Hello, Tom again. In the previous video, we wired the mouse enter and mouse leave events for these controls that we generated dynamically on this panel. What we're going to do in this video is we're going to add a click event so that we can move these controls from the home area panel to the play area panel. And once they're in the play area panel, I want to be able to move them back using the same click event. So we'll close this off. I'm going to go back into my code. For me, it's on line 256. Yours might be a little bit offset depending on how you've done the actual coding. But you should notice that there's a card box click event already partially defined for you. So we're going to start off this event pretty much the same way we did the mouse enter and mouse leave events by converting that first parameter sender from an object to a card box. And of course we want to check, just like we did before, whether that conversion worked by seeing if a card box is equal to null. So if it's not equal to null, then the conversion worked. So assuming the conversion worked, I need to figure out whether the card is in the home panel and needs to move to the play area panel, or vice versa. So I'm going to do that with a simple if statement. I'm going to say if a card box, which is the control obviously, dot parent. So parent is basically where that control resides. So in this case, parent would be the panel that it belongs to. So if that's equal to the home panel, which is called PNL card home, then I know what I need to do. I need to basically remove the card from the home panel and add it to the play panel. So panel card home dot controls dot remove. What do I want to remove? I want to remove a card box. And then of course I'm going to do panel play dot controls. And this time I'm going to add a card box. Now of course once I do that, I need to realign both of those panels. So I'll use my helper method, realign cards. I'll pass it the home panel, and then I'll call it again, and I'll pass it the play area panel. So let's go back up to the picture box click event, and we'll wire card box click to the click event for each of the card boxes. So I'm in and around line, let's say 159, 160. And I'm going to be adding the code in. So a card box is the card box control dot click, and then it's going to be plus equals, and then I think we called it card box underscore click semicolon. All right, so we can try that out. Okay, so I'll load a few cards. There they are. The enter and leave still works, and the click event works. And if I click it back, nothing happens, although there's a weird artifact because we haven't actually coded the other side of that else. So let's add that in now. So I'll scroll down to card box click, and then where it says otherwise, I'll translate that into else. And basically, we're just going to do the opposite of what we did before. So I'm going to remove the card from panel play this time and add it to panel card home. So we'll run it with that change. Oh, looks like I've got a little extra character in there. Add a few cards. Add them to the other panel. And I can add them back. So that's pretty close to where we want to be. The only other thing that we want to add to this is the ability to do a drag and drop type interface. So for right now, if I click on drag, it resets it, but it's still doing the click interface. Okay, so in the next video, we'll address dragging the cards around as opposed to clicking on them to get them from one panel to the other.